Welcome everyone to the Jeff Meacham Show, and that's only because I can't think of anything else to fucking call my show anymore, Jay. I've been every show in the last, let's see, 11 years, 12 years now, so I just went Jeff Meacham Show for the last one. It seemed to go well, but JJ Williams is here with me because we're doing Rumble picks, and I don't feel right doing Rumble picks by myself, especially when it's JJ's favorite show, his favorite pay-per-view, his favorite match.
Thank you, sir.
But JJ's upset today.
JJ's been upset for quite a while.
JJ was upset when I first left here and went to Rocky and transferred my memory card into the other camera that I used that night. And the video we shot for about an hour got lost in translation. Because JJ went off on some shit.
Yes. The episode that Jeff did going through the roster, talking about all the potential title contenders and shit, we had filmed a version of that where I won't even call it my 2 cents.
His quarter.
Yeah, here's a quarter called Someone Who Cares, Travis Tritt.
That's right.
That is what I did. I laid it down.
So country was good.
And shit got lost.
Yeah, and I blame myself for that, and I apologize to Jay for that. My camera ran out of battery as we were filming that episode, so I brought the spare camera that's here to Rocky, which ended up getting, like, I think 4 good pictures of my performance all night, and lost the videos. Yeah, so it wasn't a good day. On top of that, the first match we're going to talk about has JJ mildly perturbed, shall we say.
Mildly?
Well, not mildly, but rather irked, if you will.
Yeah.
And that
highly pissed the fuck off.
Okay, we'll go with that then. It's on
since I know it's a Jeff Meacham show, so parental advisory is advised but completely fucking ignored.
That's right.
That's right.
This is on the Royal Rumble kickoff. It's for the WWE Tag Team Championship. So right there, a title match is on the kickoff.
Not something WWE hasn't done before. Even you said last year before Mania, it was to try to bring people to buy the pay-per-view.
Which is all well and good. But on one side, you've got Cody and Goldust, who've been the hottest tag team in recent memory as champions.
Hashtag the Brotherhood.
On the other side, you've got the rejuvenated and revitalized New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn.
Yes. Now, before we get into the predictions, let me go ahead and say my piece.
Yes.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Oh shit, the middle name his ass. Here we go.
Paul Levesque.
Oh boy.
And Stephanie McMahon Levesque.
Oh man.
Y'all bitches and motherfuckers be knowing that people like us that wish y'all would go back to more of an Attitude Era style have been jonesing for stuff like this for a while. You've teased the Outlaws coming back ever since, what was it, the 1000th episode of Raw?
Yeah, when DX came back as an army. Yeah.
The Outlaws have kind of been here and there, you know, Raw
working
NXT,
old school Raw. And yeah, doing that shit, yeah.
So you finally give us a mini program with the Outlaws. Arguably the greatest tag team from your company to come out of the Attitude Era.
Okay, I'll buy that.
And you give them away for free on YouTube.
And Facebook.
Arguably the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. The road to WrestleMania begins Sunday. And y'all are giving the Outlaws away for free instead of making people like us who wish we had the Attitude back pay our $50 just to see that match on pay-per-view. Because I could give a fuck all about the rest of the card.
Except the Rumble match itself.
Yeah. Except for the Rumble match itself, which we'll get to which we'll get to when we get there. That's how pissed off I am.
Once he gets there, we'll get there. You know.
That's how pissed off I am. I'm fucking meshing my words all out.
That's right.
Jeff?
I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, it's been pushed that SummerSlam is their second biggest show of the year, so I digress on that argument.
Okay.
But, you know, still, it's the start. Sunday officially begins the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
As soon as that Rumble winner emerges, we're on the road, man. Yes. That's it.
And that's the only reason I call it the second biggest, because it has implications to the biggest.
Right, exactly.
You know, you can argue Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series based off of what you like as the second biggest show. If you like the old school Survivor Series matches, which they never do anymore, that's the second biggest show of the year. If you like, you know, SummerSlam, if you like the Rumble match, you can argue any of them for cases.
You can. But to give away the hottest tag team of the Attitude Era, arguably, against the hottest tag team of the current era, which, when was the tag team division this good? 4 years ago with the Hart Dynasty. And even the division wasn't good. The champions were, but the division wasn't.
The last time the division was this good, I think you'd have to go back to Edge and Christian, the Hardys, the Dudleys, the Acolytes, the Outlaws.
Yeah. Although the Outlaws were toward the end of their run by the time that whole thing started. Rock and Sock, yeah, all those guys. But, you know, to give away a championship match, now granted, it won't be a title change, let's be real.
See, and that's the thing is, I was looking for it to be. If for no other reason, but for the nostalgia feel for Rumble going into Mania.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, the only reason the Rhodes Boys have the belts is to get Goldust over again with the fans. Okay. Cody doesn't need to be in a tag team.
No.
Been there, done that.
Right.
Hardcore Holly, Ted DiBiase, Drew McIntyre. Been there, done that.
Champions with all three.
Yeah. The only reason they're together is to get the Rhodes Boys on TV, like I'm sure Cody dreamed of. Because you could tell he jonesed for his brother when they fucking inducted their dad into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely.
The way he put his brother over.
Right.
This was all done by design for Goldust. How long is Cody going to play the background position before he turns on his brother? Wouldn't you like to see Goldust versus Cody at Mania?
Maybe it'll happen Sunday then.
You know, so if for nothing else, to give the Outlaws that little run, one more run with the belts. Because they've shown they're still in great shape.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Road Dogg has lost a ton of weight from when he was beat Jizzle in the 3LK.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Billy still in top form.
Yeah, well.
Although Billy Gunn, stop pulling your hair back into a ponytail, dude, because I could show an IMAX motion picture on your forehead. Just saying, Billy. Just saying.
That was bad.
Thank you.
Thank you, camera person.
Yeah. Forehead bigger than Tyra Banks if you couldn't hear the whispers. That is what Pinky said.
That's a big ass forehead.
Show a movie on that bitch.
Seriously.
Alright, well, I'm going with Cody and Goldust to retain because that's what I originally thought. So I'll stick with that. And if I'm wrong, then I'm happy I'm wrong.
I'm going to go ahead and call the Outlaws.
Okay.
Using your logic from Mania last year.
Okay.
Titles shake hands, more people will buy.
Alright, makes sense.
And, like I said, how long till Cody turns on his brother? Right. Granted, there's really been no seeds of dissension planted yet, like there's been with the Shield. But how long will Cody just be the background guy?
He may have snapped his twig on Sunday. We'll see. Speaking of people that snap their twig, we'll go to Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan. Now, this one is listed as least important on the queue on Wikipedia here, shall we say, besides the tag title match, it's a kickoff show. But I would say this is more important than Brock and Big Show. Yes, it's Brock Lesnar, and he's the beast incarnate and whatever, but Daniel Bryan's Brock Lesnar. Thank you. I used to do a go behind him, but my throat is really killing me. So, but Bryan has been in the main event picture since before SummerSlam, and they're trying to get Bray Wyatt into that Daniel Bryan zone, which is why he's been with Bryan in the program the last few months.
Which isn't going to work. No disrespect to Husky, Bray, whatever you want to call him this week, he doesn't have that caliber of talent. Great gimmick, not the talent.
Yeah. So, I don't think they're going any farther with this than Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think Bryan's going to pick up the win. And he's not officially entered in the Rumble yet, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I'm going with your theory, which you're going to get to, I'm sure. So, you know, Bryan's going to be in the Rumble. So it's got to be a quick, probably the opener on the card at the end of the day. And just get it done. And Bryan wins over with that crazy running knee of his. Because you're not going to make Bray Wyatt tap out. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So have him with the running knee, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, I agree that Bryan is going to go over in this one.
Okay.
I don't think there's a whole lot of any other way that it can go because, like you said, we can't drag the storyline out any longer than it already has gone. Mm-hmm. You know, Harper and Rowan interfering and getting the match DQ'd would be a horrid way to start the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It would just lead to, at best, everything being settled at the Chamber, or No Way Out, whatever they're calling it now in February.
Chamber.
I heard rumors it was going to go back.
I heard that yet. Okay.
But that's about as far as it really could go, because there's no need for it to go to Mania.
No.
You know,
talking about Bryan and John Cena at Mania.
I could maybe see Bryan getting the victory, and then if my theory doesn't pan out for the Rumble, which, like you said, we'll get to, having Bray eliminate him in the Rumble.
Maybe, yeah. Something.
But, you know.
And then we've got Brock and Big Show, and
Hart, 532.
Something like that.
But it's the first time it's been done since Brock went to UFC and has come back a more legit badass than when he left.
Right, so I will still give the nod to Brock. They're very rarely going to have Brock lose in this run that he's on right now with WWE part-time.
Do you think they'll give him the strap?
No. The next to get the strap is going to be the winner of the Rumble, in my opinion. And that'll be after Sunday when, in my opinion, Randy Orton defeats John Cena to retain the title.
Okay.
What's up?
I do believe...
She raised her hand at Randy Orton's victory.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fuck Randy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
I do believe that Brock will get the belt at some point, just to further his accolades. Not because he needs it at any point.
Because he doesn't anymore. Yeah.
But I think to justify him coming back, and to justify the extensions he keeps signing on his deal, Vince is going to eventually give him the belt for another run.
All right, so does he lose Sunday then? Or?
No, I say he wins Sunday.
Okay.
But I think it helps Triple H in his new authority, new regime, legitimize the WWE Championship, where the WWE has been looked at so long as a fake company, you know, storyline, and we know everything that everyone always says.
Back burner to UFC at this point, yeah.
By giving somebody with the legitimate credentials as Brock the belt for a run, helps legitimize that belt again.
Kind of like when Kurt came from the Olympics and they gave him the title. And now Kurt's a surefire Hall of Famer in both companies he's been in. And he's already at TNA. Alright, so Orton-Cena, I'm picking Orton.
Picking Orton.
Alright, Royal Rumble.
Mainly because I have to pick Orton to go with my theory.
Yes, alright. In the Royal Rumble, officially, as of January 23rd that we're taping this.
Yes.
Batista, Alberto, Big E Langston, The Miz, R-Truth, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, who's been deemed #1 as of Monday Night Raw, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Damian Sandow, and Jimmy and Jay the Usos.
Okay.
That's the 20 that have been announced.
Yes.
As of this taping. So if it's probably going to go up Friday, so if I miss any on SmackDown, fuck y'all, don't care.
I looked at the SmackDown spoilers and I didn't see that it announced anymore, but
okay.
Sometimes that shit gets left out of the taping and gets edited in post commentary and shit.
Right, exactly.
Now before we give the Rumble predictions.
Okay.
You mentioned Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, I believe, back to back.
This is true, I did.
Did anybody else notice that on Monday, the Martin Luther King tribute edition of Raw,
I did, yeah.
both of the African American wrestlers that performed jobbed out?
Well, Kofi lost by DQ technically, because Orton and Cena the interference from John Cena, so he didn't lose per se, I guess.
So what, it wasn't a complete loss?
Yeah, it wasn't a complete loss. Wasn't a complete loss. Yeah.
Shout out to Statboy.
That's right.
Anyways, I mean...
I know.
What is this? Was this Martin Luther King's dream or Michael Hayes' dream?
Oh, shit!
I vote Michael Hayes, you racist son of a bitch.
He made up for that shit. Knock that shit off.
No. racist
He
bastard.
did not, because he still tries to dress like him.
Yeah, trying to dress
with
like
his
Elijah
suits
Burke.
and shit.
Yeah,
He
trying to
was
dress
good
like
Hall of Fame.
Elijah.
What do you want from the
Straight
man?
out of the Daryl Evans suit collection.
If
Damn.
Daryl wore that shit, he'd be run off the streets. Are you kidding me? Come
Yeah.
on now. Daryl looks better than that. Don't you dare rag on my man Daryl Evans with the Michael Hayes suit bullshit. Don't even go there with my man Daryl Evans. I love you, Daryl Evans. I don't even know you watch. I don't even care you watch it.
He doesn't watch that.
I know he didn't watch
That's why it's safe to
That's
say it.
But you know what? I still love you, Daryl, because it's a man love thing. But it's
No
okay.
homo.
No homo. That's right. It's good. It's okay. It's natural. It's good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Royal Rumble. See, I originally adopted your theory when I was talking about this on the previous show.
Should I go ahead and lay the theory out for those that may not have heard it?
Lay the theory out for the first time, actually your own self.
Yeah, actually come from the horse's mouth.
As opposed to Jackass's mouth? Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Speaking of horses, how many horses are missing their tails so that Cameron Naomi can have all that hair? Just saying.
465.
I thought it was 466 plus a unicorn.
No,
my
say the unicorn.
Oh, okay.
prediction was, and it's already been debunked a little bit. My prediction is that everything is secular in the WWE.
This is true.
Everything works in a cycle. This is 10 years since the ascension of Chris Benoit. Somebody that the WWE is still trying to completely erase from their history books.
Well, we'll see when the network launches.
Now, I've heard, as far as that goes, that his matches are going to be reinstated into broadcasts, but with the disclaimer prior to each match.
I've heard that as well.
But still, they're trying to erase him, as they proved on Monday when they showed their By the Numbers vignette.
Oh, I know. Every year we talk about this.
But this is 10 years since the ascension of Chris Benoit. So my original prediction was Daniel Bryan enters the Rumble at number 1. Goes the distance and wins, challenges Randy Orton for the title at WrestleMania, because it has to be Orton.
Right.
That's who the big package has been with. He defeated Cena clean. There's no need for him to go up against Cena again for the belt.
Right.
Biggest show of the year or not. Go against Orton for the title, win the title, prove to the Authority that he can be the guy, like he joked about on Raw. You know, the pop he got for somebody that can't be the face of the company.
Yeah, that was good. That was
Boom! Right in the gonads of the Authority.
Yes.
And take Benoit's push, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that can't happen because, number 1 is CM Punk.
Right.
They could make Bryan number 2. But that was done already.
Right.
Punk and Bryan 1 and 2.
Yes, it was.
And with the storyline that Punk has got, I'm calling right now, Kane will be number 2.
Okay.
Getting him in the Rumble, trying to pass Shawn's record of 39 total men eliminated,
Right.
which Kane is only 2 away from tying and 3 from beating.
Right.
And then since Bryan is still heavily concussed and probably can't have a marathon run in the Rumble, have him be one of the later entries, maybe good old lucky number 27, win the Rumble, and continue with said storyline. So I'm going out on a limb, and I'm predicting Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble.
Now, based on everything I've read since the announcement of the return of Batista, I'm going to go with Big Dave to win, repeat from 2005, and beat Orton at WrestleMania for the championship. I don't like it. I don't agree with that, but it's what I think is going to happen.
See, I think there's too many guys in the back that would have an issue with that.
And I agree with that. However,
I mean, Brock deserves the belt before Batista does.
well, maybe they'll have Brock beat Batista. Because they kind of teased that when they announced Batista was coming back, and then Brock came back, and they did an interview with Heyman and Michael Cole on WWE.com. They kind of teased that friction between Heyman and Batista. So it could lead to that maybe at, you know...
I foresee them at Mania.
I agree. Maybe Brock...
The Animal versus the Beast.
True. Now, I think Batista's going to win. I got a bad feeling that's how they're going to book that.
You know,
So
I think that'll be the Goldberg-Lesnar match redone.
Oh, God.
Since Skippy has kind of lost some of his
Steam.
stroke in the back and is,
Yeah.
you know, in serious deep shit.
Well, so they're saying.
You know, I think that'll be the Goldberg-Lesnar match from 04, except neither man is leaving. Both men have just recently returned.
And it'll be a better match. Because the Goldberg-Lesnar match, when you look at it, wasn't horrible. It just came off bad because the crowd just took a big fat giant shit on it.
Yeah. And Lesnar was completely out of it.
He was.
Once he got back in the match, things
settled down enough where they got through it. All right.
So
there's the Jeff Meacham Show Rumble predictions. Thank you, JJ, for extending the apartment to me. The Casa D Teen Studios revisited, if you will.
no problem. And, you know, I meant to say this earlier in the show when you were talking about the name. You're more than welcome to use After the Bell if you want to do that.
I know.
Do y'all want to see him keep the show as After the Bell just on his own channel now?
Okay.
Leave it in the comment boxes.
Let me know. Good idea.
Because that is an established name.
Well, they're all established names, and
Exactly.
even Riff said I could use Talk Wrestling if I wanted to. So it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to do something different. But we'll see. We'll see what you got. What do you guys want the show to be called? As long as we do one now.
The Jeff Meacham Show, After the Bell, or Talk Wrestling.
There it is.
Y'all vote. The power's in your hands. Just like Taboo Tuesday, except we're not going to fucking tilt the voting ballot.
Unless Shelton wins, then we'll do that one.
Yeah.
Because I like Shelton. Shelton's good people. Yeah. See you next time.